Hi, I'm Niall from Gulfstream Boat Sales. This is our stock Finnmaster 6100 MC. It's a 6.1 meter Finnmaster 2008 boat powered by a 2015 Yamaha 100 horsepower 4-stroke outboard. And we're going to do a virtual sea trial video on it here today down at Fawn Marina on Lough Swilly. So we've launched the boat. We've fully serviced the engine. We've gone through it, prepared it for sale, and we're just doing a test on it here today. So this is a beautiful little boat, really practical, Scandinavian designed boat. Great spec on this one. Lots of electronics, including radar and stuff. An anchor windlass. You get the opening bow door, bow seating area. You get your cockpit seating area aft, and a great little wheelhouse on it as well, with seating for up to 6, I think. The boat's ready to carry 6 passengers plus gear. So we are going to fire it up now, take it out onto the lock, and we'll put it through its paces and show you exactly how this boat performs underway. So we're out on the lock now, and I'll just walk you through the dash here before we sort of get underway properly. But obviously outboard engine's running. You can hardly hear it running actually with the door closed. You'd hardly even know it's going, but super smooth engine, that Yamaha 100. So we got nice simple gear shift, forward, neutral and reverse. It's well balanced. You can give it a little bit of revs in neutral if you want to. You don't really need to on these engines because they're electronic fuel injection, automatic idle speed control and things. So that's our engine controls. Then we've got our engine instruments up here. So we've got rev counter, tacho, voltmeter, trim as well, drive sort of trim angle of the engine, and we can scroll through mode. There's our engine running hours, 111.8 hours currently on the clock. That's our temperature gauge, so middle of the gauge where you want it, voltmeter back to hours. So obviously there's alarm systems as well, so if the temperature or the oil pressure or anything goes out of range, it'll beep at you. This is our fuel gauge, half a tank of fuel, paddle wheel speed from the engine, trip miles. You've got your engine fuel flow as well, so I'll probably come back to that. That's your fuel economy total. So we'll leave the display on fuel flow, and it's so at idle speed 0.2 gallons per hour. And we're moving through the water here, but if we get it up to, like, if you were using this boat on inland waterways, you'd probably want to cruise at maybe 5 or 6 knots. So let's just do that first out of interest. So kind of no wake speed, maybe around about this actually. So that's 2000 RPM, or just a shade under it. And we've got no wake worth talking about, and that's 0.8 gallons of fuel per hour, so next to nothing. So that's the Yamaha instruments. Then we've got a Lowrance Elite 4X HDI fish finder set up on like down scan and traditional scan. This one here is a bigger screen, Raymarine. Previous owner was obviously super into their fishing and things, because there's stacks of electronics in this boat. But this Raymarine here is a full screen plotter. It's giving us 23 foot of water depth. We've got our speed here as well, 4.6 knots. I think I've done something here. Yeah, there we go. I paused it, so we're back to live data here. So 25 foot of water, 4.8 knots, and water temperature and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the Raymarine. And then over here we've got a Raymarine touchscreen plotter, radar, you name it, it has it on this. So that's a much more sophisticated bit of equipment. It's connected up to the camera and things, but we'll not really concern ourselves for the purposes of this test. We just want to kind of know our speed, which is here, our fuel consumption, and engine revs in there. And then all the switch gear, I think we're going to go through this in the yard anyway, in the showroom. But we've got lights, bilge pumps, horn, we've got a VHF radio down there, anchor windlass, breaker and operating switch. We've got our windscreen wipers. Everything in this boat's fully working. As a stock boat, it's perfect. We've got a switch for our searchlight, trim tab controls. We will be using those to correct the running angle of the boat this way. And we've got a switch for our radar if you want to turn on the radome, and deck lights out the back. So that's all the main controls. Hydraulic steering on this boat as well, so it's finger light steering. It's really nice. But yeah, and I've also got the roof open, so a bit more light, and it means if you want to stand at the helm, you can stand, put your head through the window. You get great visibility all the way around. We've got the door closed just for shelter from the wind today. Okay, so we'll put it up on plane to start off with. I've got no trim tabs. Trim tabs are fully retracted. So bottom of the switch is bow up, top of the switch bow down. So trim tabs are fully off. So here we go. So that's us up and away really quick. Just giving it a wee bit of trim tab here to level ourselves up in the crosswind. What do you see? If I drop this tab, if I put this tab down, it puts the boat over, heels it over to port. We bring this tab off and apply a little bit of the other tab, straightens us back up again. So you can play around with these to get yourself running nice and level in the water. And this is going to be probably your comfortable cruising speed. So we're doing 4,000 RPM or just over it. And we're doing 20 miles an hour. There's 4,000 RPM, 4,500 RPM, 20 miles an hour, 16 knots on the GPS. And it's a nice comfortable cruise. Great visibility all the way around the boat. If you want to stand, get the wind in your hair, you can do that too. Looks good out here. Okay, so we're going to put it on plane again. This time we'll do it with the trim tabs down, and we've also got the door closed, just to show you the difference that makes to the sound. So trim tabs down, fully down, so the boat will be up on plane a hell of a lot quicker. But as soon as it gets on plane, we'll probably take those tabs off again to stop us burying the nose. But this is good if you've got a lot of people on board and you want to get it up on plane quicker. The tabs will keep the bow more level. So here we go. So that's us on plane, no bow rise. And now we'll take the tabs off here. We'll trim her up a wee bit as well. Full speed run here. That's us up at just shy of 6,000 RPM. 6,000 RPM, we're doing 32 miles an hour at 26 knots. We're bombing along rightly. We're burning 9.8 gallons of fuel per hour, so that's our maximum fuel burn. It's going to be just under 10. So that's about 45 litres an hour, which isn't even that much to be fair. So it's really an economical engine. I'm going to chuck the boat through a few turns. We can do that as well. It is a nice sporty handling boat. Come back across our wake here. real solid little boat too in the water. It feels nice and solid in here. Come through a bit of chop. Okay, and then I forgot to look at the fuel consumption actually at cruising speed, so we'll bring it back to 4,500 RPM. Trim her down 22 miles an hour. We're doing 4.5 gallons of fuel per hour, which is, what's that going to be? It's about 25 litres of fuel an hour or thereabouts, maybe a little bit less at cruising speed, and you're covering 20 miles, so you're doing kind of, what's that, about 20 miles an hour, 25 litres, just over a litre per mile, so very economical. And that's it. Going to be nice and comfortable for your passengers in the wheelhouse. Still got the roof open as well actually, so it'll be even quieter with the roof closed. And enough power to get up on plane quickly. If you want to do a wee bit of water sports, very economical little cruising boat. All the equipment's all working perfect as well. You get your Yamaha instruments working perfectly, controls, throttle and shift, steering's all bang on. So we're just coming back across the bay here. I've got the roof closed now, so it's a wee bit quieter. Probably not much of a difference actually. But this is like a fast cruise, so I'm running here 4,700 RPM. We're doing 23 miles an hour, 18.5 knots, and that's burning 5 gallons of fuel per hour. And I find that the boat sits really nice and level at this speed. So I would say this is going to be your fast cruise. If you're just looking to get somewhere, you'll probably set at 4,700 RPM, 23 miles an hour, something like that. So it's lovely running little boat. Slide the roof open again. So there you go, that is how this little Finnmaster 6100 runs on the water with the 2015 Yamaha 100 horsepower 4-stroke outboard. So really great little boat these. They're brilliant all-rounder. They definitely do a bit of everything. And for this part of the world, this climate, I think they're ideal. You're sitting in a wheelhouse, you've got glass all the way around, so great visibility. You can slide the roof open on nicer days and open the forward and aft doors and get the wind blowing through it. But at the same time, if the weather turns against you, just close the door, slide the roof over, and you can keep on going. Performance is great from this 100 horsepower engine. It's up on plane quickly. There's actually two of us on board. The other person's doing a really good job of staying out of the camera shot, but there's two on board here, so we're getting up on plane quick. We've got half a tank of fuel as well, so we're on plane in a few seconds. With the trim tabs down, it's even quicker to plane. It's cruising anywhere from like 20 to 25 miles an hour, only burning like 4.5–5 gallons of fuel per hour at those speeds. And then flat out we were getting 33 miles an hour and we were burning 9.8 gallons of fuel per hour. Handling is lovely because the engine's so fresh with only 111 hours on the clock, being 2015. The controls, everything about the engine's perfect. It's just been fully serviced as well, and all the equipment on the dash is working here perfectly too. So great running boat. Just wanted to take the opportunity while it's on the water to do this virtual sea trial and show you how this thing performs underway. But yeah, hopefully you found the video useful. Thanks very much for watching.